Levi's special needs started at birth, actually. We knew he had a birth defect pretty quickly after he arrived.
He was born with part of his brain growing outside of his skull. There was a hole in his skull. Doctors told us at the time he may never walk, he may never talk. We went up to Riley and they did surgery at 5 days old to basically take out that part of his brain that had grown outside of the skull and then to cover it. And then he had a surgery at 2.5 to basically fix his nose. He didn't have a nasal passage. About a year after that, he started having seizures.
And then we started seeing signs about at age 4 or 5 that we were going to be dealing with some special needs in the future. So
he wasn't a great communicator, whether it was because he didn't know how to say it or what to say. But that was very hard for him.
We got connected with Special Olympics programs in high school. Naturally, he has some decent physical ability, so he jumped in and started playing the football and basketball programs and bowling and some of the other sports that they have at the high school there.
My first memory of Levi, and this has probably been maybe 3 years ago, probably, he had come to one of our softball sign-ups, and so, you know, and you get a variety of skill levels, you know, with Special Olympics. So I remember him going up and I was going to throw him some pitches, you know, just to see how he could hit. And he immediately hit one right back at me that almost took my legs out. And so right away I could see he had some athletic ability.
I was initially asked to coach a unified team, our Champions Together, that is affiliated with the Special Olympics. And what a unified team is they bring in not only our special athletes, but our general population athletes, and they team up as pairs. When Levi became connected with unified sports, I could see a change in his attitude. When he first came in, he was a little reserved. But after he became involved in our sporting activities and everything, he started to come out of that shell. And I began to see him interacting in the hallways and students high-fiving and having conversations. And there was no difference. The students it was just a student in the high school. And that was the way it became with all of our students. They became part of the student body instead of being thought of the kids down at the end of the hallway.
He always loves getting to know those kids and being on equal ground with them and participating in the sports with them. So, you know, that early on showed us that he kind of had his own personality and his own voice, and that kind of came out in that program.
I'm so competitive. But I also try to be so kind at the same time. If some of my teammates are having a hard time, if they see that they're losing, I just try to say and be like, hey, it doesn't matter what the score is. The important thing is to have fun.
I think some people have a misconception about Special Olympics athletes, but you'll see all kinds of ability levels, all kinds of intellectual levels, you know, and it's really challenging.
For me, him being involved with Special Olympics is allowing me to see him do activities that his two older brothers were able to do naturally through sports in high school and grade school growing up.
Special Olympics has changed me by not only wanting to listen and win, but also it's created a little bit of leadership in me.
He was able to show the other students what needed to be done, and I could lean on him and say, Levi, take this group over and show them how to do a layup, or Levi, take this group over and show them how to run, you know. So he was always a leader.
Basically what I would say to someone considering wanting to do Special Olympics is that it's a lot of fun. You won't regret it no matter what your disability is.
You know, that's what it's really all about, you know. It's not just the winning and losing, but some of them are just thrilled to be out there, you know. So I think that's always kind of cool to see.
When I think of Special Olympics, I think that they showcase a person's abilities and not their disabilities. And so often people are judged by their disability. But with Special Olympics, they're able to showcase their abilities.
It just brings out so much in every person I see play. No matter their story, no matter, what their disability is or how much they've struggled, it's always joy. That's what I think of when I think of Special Olympics, is just being able to watch people thrive.